Ladies and gentlemen, let us take a moment to consider the true essence of a woman who chooses to walk alone. Not because she is lonely, but because she understands the weight of her journey. Such a woman is not defined by her relationships, but by her purpose. She walks not in the shadow of another, but under the guidance of her own vision. You see, society often measures a woman by who stands beside her husband, her family, her alliances. Yet the greatest women in history, the most impactful lives, are often the ones who refuse to wait for permission to pursue their destiny. These women understood that their worth was not tied to a title or a ring, but to their unwavering commitment to the calling placed within them. A woman who walks alone has learned the value of solitude. She has discovered that strength is not found in numbers, but in clarity of purpose. It is in the quiet moments when there is no one else to lean on that she discovers the depth of her own resilience. When others doubt her, when the road is lonely and the nights are long, she holds her head high. Not because she is unafraid, but because she has chosen faith over fear. Her steps are deliberate, her pace unyielding. She is driven by a sense of responsibility, not just for herself, but for those who will follow her example. She understands that her journey is a light to others, a testament that independence does not mean isolation, and that walking alone is not a curse, but a calling. This is not a path for the faint of heart. It is a road that demands courage and conviction. There will be whispers, accusations, and doubts. But a woman who walks alone listens to a voice louder than the noise of the world. It is the voice of her Creator reminding her that she was made for more, that she was equipped for this moment, and that her steps are ordered. To the woman who walks alone, you are not forsaken. You are not incomplete. You are a beacon of what it means to live with intention, to build with purpose, and to stand in your God-given authority. Your value is intrinsic, your purpose undeniable. You are proof that fulfillment is not found in another, but in the discovery of oneself. So to every woman who walks alone, take heart. You do not walk in vain. You walk as a trailblazer, as a warrior, as a vessel of destiny. The world may not always understand, but your impact will speak louder than their opinions. Walk on, for your steps leave a legacy that will inspire generations to come. There is a profound strength in a woman who walks alone, a strength that is often misunderstood. She does not walk alone because she lacks something or because she is incomplete. On the contrary, she walks alone because she is whole. She has chosen to pursue the path set before her without waiting for validation or approval. She understands that purpose cannot be postponed for the sake of convenience or convention. This woman knows that the path of solitude is not an easy one. It is a road paved with challenges, doubts, and whispers of uncertainty. Yet she chooses it because she understands that greatness often requires separation. Separation from the noise, separation from distractions, and sometimes even separation from those who do not see the vision as she does. She is not walking away, she is walking towards something greater than herself. The world has long told women that their value lies in their ability to belong to a family, to a partner, to a role. But the woman who walks alone has discovered a truth that transcends these limitations. She knows that belonging begins within. She has cultivated a sense of identity that is not borrowed or dependent on the presence of others. Her sense of worth comes from a deep understanding of who she is and the purpose she was created to fulfill. Such a woman is often misunderstood. People may wonder why she hasn't settled, why she hasn't chosen the path that seems easier, more acceptable. But she does not live for the expectations of others. Her choices are not dictated by the opinions of the crowd, but by the calling within her heart. She knows that settling for less than her destiny would be a betrayal of everything she was created to be. She walks with conviction, not because she has all the answers, but because she trusts the process. She knows that every step she takes whether smooth or rough, is shaping her into the person she was meant to become. The loneliness she may feel at times is not a burden but a refining fire. It teaches her to rely not on external support but on the internal strength that comes from knowing she is never truly alone. This woman is a builder. She is building a legacy with every decision, every sacrifice, every step. She is laying a foundation for others to stand on. Her life is a testament that strength and purpose do not require the validation of others. She builds not for recognition, but for fulfillment, for the joy of knowing that her life is making an impact. A woman who walks alone does not deny the beauty of companionship, but she refuses to compromise her journey for the sake of convenience. She knows that true partnership is not about completing one another, but about walking alongside someone who understands and supports the vision. Until that alignment comes, she is content to walk her path with focus and determination. Her strength is not loud or boastful, it is quiet and steady. It is the kind of strength that comes from perseverance, from pushing through the hard days when no one is watching. It is the strength of knowing that her steps matter, that her journey has meaning even when it feels unseen. She understands that the impact of her life may not always be immediately visible, but she trusts that it will be undeniable in time. The world often celebrates those who follow the beaten path, those who conform to the mold. But the woman who walks alone is a pioneer. She is carving a new path, one that others will follow long after she is gone. She is a reminder that progress is born not from conformity, but from courage. It takes courage to stand apart, to pursue a vision that others may not understand, to believe in something greater when the evidence is not yet visible. This woman does not see herself as a victim of circumstances. She does not blame others for the challenges she faces. Instead, she takes responsibility for her journey. She understands that every obstacle is an opportunity to grow, to learn, to become stronger. She embraces the difficulties not as a sign of failure, but as a necessary part of her preparation. To walk alone is to face the unknown, to step into uncharted territory. It requires faith, not just in the destination, but in the process. The woman who walks alone does not have all the answers, but she has enough faith to take the next step. She knows that clarity often comes not before the journey, but during it. She trusts that as she walks, the way will become clear. She is not intimidated by the opinions of others. She does not seek approval, because she understands that her value is not determined by what others think of her. She has learned to discern between constructive feedback and destructive criticism. She listens to the voices that challenge her to grow, but ignores those that seek to discourage her. Her life is not without moments of doubt or fear, but she does not let these moments define her. She acknowledges them, faces them, and moves forward anyway. Her courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act in spite of it. She understands that fear is a natural part of growth, and that the only way to overcome it is to confront it. The woman who walks alone is not walking aimlessly. Her steps are purposeful, even when the path seems unclear. She is guided by a vision, a dream, a calling that burns within her. She knows that this calling is not just about her, but about the lives she will touch, the difference she will make. She walks not for her own sake, but for the sake of those who will come after her. Her journey is a reminder to us all that independence is not about isolation. It is about wholeness, about being complete in oneself. She is not waiting for someone to complete her. She is living as the complete person she already is. She understands that true partnership is not about filling a void, but about enhancing the fullness of life. This woman is a leader, not because she seeks to lead, but because her life inspires others to follow. She leads by example, by living with integrity, by staying true to her values, by pursuing her purpose with unwavering commitment. She does not need a title or a platform to lead. Her life is her leadership. She is a testament to the power of purpose, the strength of vision, and the beauty of resilience. Her journey is a reminder that greatness is not about what we acquire, but about who we become. She walks alone, not because she has to, but because she chooses to. She chooses to honor the calling within her, to stay true to her purpose, to live a life that matters. And as she walks, she changes the world, not with fanfare or applause, but with quiet, steady, unshakable resolve. She is proof that one person walking faithfully in their purpose can leave a legacy that impacts generations. Such a woman possesses a profound understanding of timing. She does not rush into decisions, nor does she allow herself to be pressured by the expectations of others. She knows that patience is not weakness but wisdom. Her steps may seem deliberate, even slow to some, but she is not in a race. She understands that every season has its purpose, and she refuses to move prematurely out of fear or anxiety. She is not stagnant but discerning, waiting for the right moment to act, to move, to build. Her strength is often quiet, almost invisible to those who do not look closely. It is not the kind of strength that demands attention or validation. Instead, it is the strength that grows in silence, in the private battles she faces daily. It is forged in the moments when no one else sees her struggles, when she chooses to keep going despite the weight she carries. This kind of strength is unshakable because it is rooted in experience, in perseverance, and in faith. She is deeply rooted in purpose, which allows her to stand firm when storms arise. While others may sway with the winds of opinion, she remains grounded. Her purpose is not just a dream or an aspiration, it is the very foundation of her life. It gives her direction when the path ahead is unclear and provides her with the courage to take steps that others might consider risky or even foolish. Purpose is her anchor, and because of it, she is not easily moved. This woman knows the value of her voice. She understands that her words carry weight, not because of their volume, but because of their substance. She speaks with clarity and intention, never wasting her words on things that do not matter. Her silence, too, is powerful. She knows when to speak and when to listen, when to stand her ground and when to let her actions speak for her. This balance gives her a quiet authority that commands respect, even from those who may not fully understand her. She is a learner, always seeking wisdom and growth. Her independence does not mean she is self-sufficient in every way, for she understands the value of seeking guidance, of learning from those who have walked the path before her. She is humble enough to admit when she does not know something and wise enough to seek the answers. This openness to learning makes her adaptable and resilient, able to navigate the ever-changing landscape of life with grace and strength. Her walk is not a rejection of love or companionship. It is an embrace of the right kind of love. She understands that true love is not about dependency, but about partnership. She is not looking for someone to complete her, for she knows she is already whole. Instead, she seeks someone who will walk beside her, not ahead of her or behind her, but as an equal. Until that person appears, she is content to walk alone, knowing that her worth is not diminished by her independence. She values authenticity above appearances. She does not seek to impress others with outward displays of success or happiness. Instead, she focuses on living a life that is true to her values and her purpose. She is not afraid to show her scars, for she knows they are a testament to her journey, to the battles she has faced and overcome. Her authenticity inspires others to embrace their own imperfections and to live with greater honesty and courage. This woman is not easily discouraged. She faces setbacks and failures like anyone else, but she refuses to let them define her. When she falls, she gets back up. When doors close, she looks for another way. Her resilience is not born of naivety, but of experience. She knows that failure is not the opposite of success, but a part of the journey toward it. Each setback teaches her something valuable, making her stronger and wiser with every step. She is deeply connected to her spirituality, drawing strength from her faith. It is this connection that allows her to walk with confidence, even when the path ahead is uncertain. She does not rely solely on her own strength or understanding, but trusts in a higher power to guide her. This trust gives her a peace that surpasses circumstances, a peace that allows her to remain calm in the midst of chaos. The woman who walks alone is not seeking to prove anything to anyone. Her journey is not about competition or comparison, but about fulfilling her unique purpose. She does not measure her success by the standards of the world, but by the alignment of her life with her values and calling. This freedom from comparison allows her to celebrate the success of others without feeling diminished, to walk her path without envy or insecurity. She is a builder, not just of things but of people. She invests in those around her, encouraging and empowering them to pursue their own paths. Her independence is not a barrier but a bridge, inspiring others to find their own strength and purpose. She leads not by demanding followers, but by living a life that others want to emulate. Her influence is quiet but profound, shaping the lives of those who cross her path in ways that often go unnoticed until much later. Her independence is not isolation, for she understands the importance of community. She chooses her relationships carefully, surrounding herself with people who uplift and challenge her. She values quality over quantity, depth over superficiality. Her relationships are marked by mutual respect and support, not dependency or control. This balance allows her to remain independent while also deeply connected to those she loves. She is not afraid of being misunderstood. She knows that not everyone will see or appreciate her journey, and she is at peace with that. Her focus is not on pleasing others, but on staying true to herself. This freedom from the need for approval allows her to live with authenticity and courage, to make choices that align with her purpose rather than the expectations of others. Her life is a testament to the power of faith, resilience, and purpose. She shows us that walking alone is not a sign of weakness but of strength, not a rejection of others but an embrace of oneself. Her journey is a reminder that true fulfillment comes not from external validation, but from living a life that is true to who you are and what you were created to do. And so the woman who walks alone continues her journey step by step, day by day. She walks with faith, with courage, with purpose. She walks not just for herself, but for all those who will follow in her footsteps. She is a pioneer, a trailblazer, a beacon of hope. She shows us all that independence is not about isolation, but about wholeness, about living a life that is true, authentic, and deeply fulfilling. A woman who walks alone does so not because she is lost, but because she has found a path unique to her. In every step she takes, she carves out a new narrative, one that is not bound by the limitations of tradition or the expectations of others. She recognizes that to lead a life of significance, she must often walk paths less traveled. These paths are not paved with ease or adorned with signs of certainty, but she embraces them because they lead to destinations unseen by most. She is a visionary. Her eyes are set not only on what is, but on what could be. She does not settle for the status quo because her spirit is restless for change, for growth, for transformation. Her vision compels her to keep moving forward even when the way is unclear or fraught with difficulty. She understands that the greatest achievements in life are born out of the willingness to step into the unknown, to trust in a vision that others may not yet see. Her independence does not make her immune to the longings of the heart. She feels deeply, loves deeply, and dreams deeply. Yet she has learned to guard her heart with wisdom, to discern between relationships that drain her and those that nourish her. She does not give her energy to what does not align with her purpose. This discernment allows her to focus on what truly matters, on the relationships and pursuits that bring meaning and fulfillment to her life. In her solitude, she finds strength. She has learned to enjoy her own company, to be at peace with the silence. This is not a silence of emptiness, but a silence that is filled with reflection, creativity, and prayer. It is in these moments of quiet that she gains clarity, that she hears the still, small voice guiding her steps. She does not fear being alone because she knows that her solitude is a gift, a sacred space where she can connect with her Creator and her own heart. The woman who walks alone is not defined by what she lacks, but by what she possesses: courage, faith, resilience, and purpose. These qualities set her apart, enabling her to overcome obstacles that would stop others in their tracks. She does not see challenges as barriers, but as opportunities to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. Every challenge she faces becomes a stepping stone, propelling her closer to her destiny. Her journey is not without scars. She has faced rejection, disappointment, and loss. She has known the sting of betrayal and the weight of grief. Yet these experiences have not broken her, they have refined her. Her scars are not a sign of weakness, but of victory. They tell the story of a woman who has faced the storms of life and emerged stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever. She is an example of what it means to live with intentionality. Every decision she makes, every action she takes is aligned with her purpose. She does not waste time on things that do not matter, because she understands the value of her time and energy. Her focus allows her to accomplish more with less, to achieve her goals without becoming overwhelmed by distractions. This intentionality is not born out of rigidity, but out of a deep understanding of what truly matters in life. She is not afraid to stand out, to be different. She knows that conformity is the enemy of progress, and that true leadership requires the courage to be misunderstood. Her uniqueness is not a flaw, but a strength, a sign that she was created for a purpose that is hers alone. She does not try to fit into molds that were never meant for her. Instead, she embraces her individuality, knowing that her difference is what makes her powerful. Her life is marked by gratitude. She does not dwell on what she lacks, but celebrates what she has. This gratitude fuels her joy, allowing her to find beauty even in the midst of hardship. She understands that joy is not found in circumstances, but in perspective, in the ability to see the good even when life is difficult. Her gratitude is contagious, inspiring those around her to adopt a similar mindset. She is a protector of her peace. She does not allow the chaos of the world to disrupt her inner calm. This does not mean she is detached or indifferent, but that she has learned to set boundaries. She knows that her peace is essential to her well-being, and that she cannot pour into others if her own cup is empty. By guarding her peace, she is able to live with greater clarity, focus, and purpose. The woman who walks alone understands the importance of legacy. She knows that her life is not just about her, but about the impact she will leave behind. Her decisions are not driven by immediate gratification, but by a desire to build something that will outlast her. She thinks not just of the present, but of the future, of the generations that will be shaped by her choices. Her legacy is not just in what she does, but in who she is, in the example she sets for others to follow. She is unshakable in her faith. She knows that her strength does not come from herself alone, but from a higher power that sustains her. This faith gives her the courage to face the unknown, to step out in confidence, even when the path is unclear. Her faith is not blind, but deeply rooted in her experiences, in the way she has seen her Creator work in her life. It is this faith that allows her to keep walking even when the way is difficult. Her life is a reflection of resilience and grace. She does not strive for perfection, but for progress. She is not afraid to make mistakes because she knows that every misstep is an opportunity to learn and grow. Her resilience allows her to bounce back from failure, to keep moving forward even when the odds are against her. Her grace allows her to extend compassion to herself and others, to live with humility and kindness even in the face of adversity. The woman who walks alone is a builder of bridges. She does not isolate herself, but seeks to connect with others in meaningful ways. Her independence does not make her self-centered, but allows her to give freely without expecting anything in return. She is a source of encouragement, a beacon of hope for those who feel lost or uncertain. Her life is a reminder that independence and community are not mutually exclusive, but can coexist in a beautiful balance. She is relentless in her pursuit of excellence. She does not settle for mediocrity, but strives to be the best version of herself. This pursuit is not driven by a desire for recognition, but by a commitment to her purpose. She knows that excellence is not about being better than others, but about fulfilling her potential, about using her gifts and talents to their fullest. Her journey is a testament to the power of perseverance. She does not give up when the road gets tough, but presses on with determination and faith. She knows that the greatest victories often come after the greatest struggles, that the darkest nights often lead to the brightest mornings. Her perseverance inspires others to keep going, to believe that they too can overcome whatever challenges they face. She is a woman of integrity. Her actions align with her words, and her life reflects her values. She does not compromise her principles for the sake of convenience or approval. This integrity gives her a quiet strength, the confidence that comes from knowing she is living a life that is true to who she is. Her integrity earns her the trust and respect of those around her, allowing her to make a lasting impact on the lives she touches. Her walk is not just a journey, it is a calling. She walks with purpose, with courage, with faith. She walks not just for herself, but for all those who will follow in her footsteps. Her life is a testament to the power of faith, resilience, and purpose, a reminder that walking alone is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. And so to the woman who walks alone, let the world take notice not with pity, but with awe, for your journey is not one of isolation, but of purpose, not of loneliness, but of empowerment. You are not defined by the absence of a partner, nor by the expectations of others. You are defined by your courage to embrace who you are, to walk boldly in your truth, and to trust the path laid before you. Your steps may not be loud, but they are profound. They carve trails where none existed, inspire strength in those who've forgotten, and whisper a timeless truth: you are enough. You are whole. You are powerful. And though you walk alone, you carry within you the light that illuminates the way for others. Let your journey remind the world that independence is not defiance, that solitude is not emptiness, and that strength is not found in numbers but in conviction. Walk boldly, walk purposefully, and never forget that your walk, your life, is a testimony that even one can make a difference. Walk on, woman of strength. For in every step you are rewriting the story of what it means to be free. You are not walking alone, you are leading the way.